Welcome back, everyone. Well, tell me politics isn't in the news this week. Oh, my God, there's so much going on. But what's of particular interest to us, of course, is that Governor Cuomo is going around the state and talking about the state of the state address and the initiatives that he wants to put before the legislature and things that he wants to accomplish in the coming year. And today he's in Albany, and joining us on our way down to see Governor Cuomo is Kristine Duffy, who's the president of SUNY Adirondack. Welcome back, Kristine.
Thank you. Thanks
Very
for
nice
having
to
me.
have you here, Dr. Duffy.
Yes.
Very nice to have you here, Kristine. You know, given the fact that we're mostly concerned with the Tri-North counties, Saratoga, Warren, and Washington County, and SUNY Adirondack plays a major role in educating our people in our communities, I wanted to just ask you, a lot of stuff on Cuomo's agenda concerning education. What stands out to you? What are you looking for?
Well, we're very excited that Governor Cuomo is really taking a bold stand in this country, really, to say that public higher education is so important for our citizens that we will look at ways to be able to allow more students to attend both 2-year and 4-year public institutions at no cost to the student. And you know, for a long time in community colleges, that's what our main mission is access, and we want to be able to help more students be able to complete education. We know that by 2020, at least 60% of jobs in this region will require some sort of post-secondary education. So if we want more people to be able to work in good paying jobs and be taxpayers and good citizens, then allowing them to enter higher education with as little debt as possible when it's done is certainly something we support.
Well, it's something you support, but something that you've also proven, by the way.
Absolutely.
You know, with SUNY Adirondack, I think I was reading, or we were talking, that the average annual tuition is about $4,100.
That's correct.
Well, that's about a tenth, if even less than that, of a lot of the major institutions, even within our own community. Yet even with that, you know, the issues that people in our community face in trying to balance their personal life with their professional life, with job opportunities, how to get into that post-secondary education realm. Now, I've heard of a program called TAP, Tuition Assistance Program,
Correct.
right? Is that it? Okay.
Long-standing program in New York State.
Yes, tell us about that.
So, you know, New York State is one of the few states in the country that has an established scholarship program to help our low-income students be able to afford their tuition. So TAP, for our students, you know, use that money to be able to pay their tuition costs. And for students who are in a low-income bracket, there would be enough TAP to already cover their tuition. What Governor Cuomo is proposing is being able to raise the threshold a little bit higher than what it is today to be able to bring more students into the fold and help more of our low middle class families to be able to afford college. But you know, SUNY Adirondack is one of the lowest tuition rates in the state, and about 54% of our graduates already leave the college debt free. If we can raise that even higher to be able to help more students leave with no debt so that they have more money to be able to invest in maybe further education or be able to invest in their first job, then we feel like we're making great contributions to the state.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that percentage. Think about that. Over 50% of the students that graduate from SUNY Adirondack graduate debt-free. Just think about that as you move into the workforce. And a lot of the people, let's face it too, given their age group, you know, they're thinking about either getting married, they might have small children. You know, they've got real pressures on them in terms of their daily expenses. And here SUNY Adirondack is coming in and offering that. You know what? Another thing too that sort of sticks in my mind is that, you know, the incentives to get into post-secondary education, you know, with the TAP programs and things like that. But there should be incentives for students to complete their education, right? Talk about that.
Yeah, and although we don't have all the details yet, the governor has made that part of the program. It's about a completion incentive, and we're really anxious to hear more details about how that might work. But what we do know is that students can face all kinds of barriers. As I tell students, life happens, and sometimes you have to leave college. If a student can remain full-time, enrolled, consistently, they're more likely to complete their college education. All the studies have proven that. So what he's proposing is to be able to allow more students to be enrolled full-time, not have to worry about their tuition costs, where they may have to leave and work for a while and come back, but to be able to remain consistently enrolled in order to complete on time. The less time they're spending in college, the less money that they're spending, the more they have when they complete their education.
Yes, right. And you know, cycle back in that just for a second. Think about my own days in college. You know, if I didn't think I had enough money for tuition for the next semester, I'd take a semester off to go get a job, try to earn the money to come back. But you want to know something? Life happens, and there are things that get in the way. Any specific support programs that you know of that he's talking about, the governor is talking about, to help people complete their education?
Well, I will say this, that in previous budgets, last year, the year before, the state has been able to allocate some funds, particularly through SUNY, to help support high-impact, proven student success strategies that could be scaled up across the SUNY system. And so, in fact, Adirondack was one of the few community colleges to receive some funding to be able to improve our student support services, be able to increase the number of advisors, the number of tutors. Some of our math faculty have been funded out of those programs, because we know that if we can put more resources to help students while they're in school, they're more likely to complete on time. So he has already been very supportive of being able to allocate funds, and we hope that that continues, because all of the colleges provide great support services, but they're personnel intensive, and that requires resources, and so we're anxious to hear more about it.
Well, you know what, it's something I already know about you, is that, you know, all this looks great on paper, and let's face it, you know, you talk about educators and whatever, boy, you really just get involved. You really you're very passionate about this, and it really shows in everything you do. Hey, quick update. Last time you were here, you know, you talk about the rubber hitting the road. Big initiative up at SUNY Adirondack in the STEM area.
Absolutely.
Right? I think the statistic I read recently was that Americans rated in the 20s, deep 20s, like 27 in the world in terms of math skills and science skills. Can you believe that? So we need a level playing field here. How's it going up there?
It's
We're
going
in full
great.
mode?
Full construction mode. I get to watch it every day outside of my window, and we're on time and on budget. And we expect to open our new nursing and science facilities by fall of 2018 to meet the workforce needs of the community.
So, well, knowing you, it's going to be on time and on budget and
Absolutely.
everything else. So you're on your way to Albany. Good luck. Thank you for stopping in on your way.
Sure. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, say hi to the governor.
I will. I'll give him a shout out.
Great to see you, Kristine.
Nice to see you. Sure.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, Look TV, online.